This next song is about a train that ran up and down the East Coast called the Orange Blossom Special. It was deemed that name because once folks got to Florida, they could reach their hands right out the window and pluck oranges straight off the trees.
Elder Thomas.
What?
I don't like trains. Here in Nauvoo, the trains run 24/7 and sometimes I can't get any sleep.
Then what do you want to play about?
Something exciting. How about Star Wars? I am your sister.